such an asshole.
Good morning. So I woke up this morning and there is a deluge of requests of all of you who wish to share. Not all bad stories. Some of you have sent some good stories, but uh, uh, your horror stories are just the real stories. I don't know if we're going to delineate between horror and real life about marriage. So we got a lot of work today. And Cappy's got a colonoscopy, huh? Colonoscopy, Cappy. Things are going wonderful. No cancer in the anus today, hopefully. So here it is. We'll just say anonymous writes. You asked for marriage stories. Here's mine. Use it as an example or not. Up to you. Too long didn't read version is it's going well, but partner selection, congruent life goals, and lifestyle environment really matter. Oh yeah, the number of things that got to line up for marriage to work well. The primary one of which is that the woman devotes herself to the guy and vice versa. That selflessness, that altruism, and the stars rarely align. Me, farm kid, Christian home, homeschooled, went to college for accounting on an academic poor kid scholarship, worked during school in addition to plus 20 credit hours per semester. There you go, buddy. That's impressive. At my best, I was maybe a 7, but I present well in person. Her, a poor kid from the hills. Parents were minimum wage folks. Also went to college on a poor kid scholarship. She also worked in college less than I did and majored in sociology. Oh my God. She was a 7 to 8 introvert and genuinely nice. We met in college. I didn't care for her majoring in sociology. I didn't want her learning anything stupid or damaging. Well, too late. And I knew there was no career in the field. We discussed this, and I used an elective slot to take a sociology class with her called Marriage and Family, actually, to vet the program. But look, the program could be fine. It could be fine. It's a worthless. She wasted 4 years of her life. I know you love her. I know she's fine. But there's no like, oh, I took a course on women's studies and it was all right. Well, it's still a waste of time. The class was actually decent in the early 2000s. She wasn't incurring at debt getting the degree, and I wasn't establishing my career yet, so I let her carry on. All right, well, let's improve upon the original. You are the prototype or the Mark I class. Let's, for you young boys out there, no. You're like, no, you're not. That's a worthless degree. Super hypersonic re. Then there's no marriage there. That's not the girl. Initial red flags. Her folks were the biggest red flags. Aside from poor, her mom was large and has student loan debt from a worthless degree. Like mother, like daughter. They had several bankruptcies, but she, my now wife, was all about avoiding those mistakes. Well, good for her. And her dad was nice, too nice, honestly. That's a common thread. All these guys are nice to their, like, super nice. I'm not saying be mean, but you're just a pushover. So I decided to tolerate the risk. Too stubborn. She was utterly inflexible on her principles. Fortunately, we were aligned on all major elements. 3, didn't like kids. She assumed she'd have some, but wasn't keen on it, whereas I really wanted several. I have a question about that. I'm serious. I've known many couples now where the guy wanted kids or the girl didn't, or vice versa. I've never been married. I've never been a dad, but I'm like, isn't that kind of something you discuss before you get married? Like, why'd you get married if one wanted kids and one did? This isn't like, well, I'm a Toyota person and she's more of a Ford. Okay, we could get over that, but aren't kids kind of a big, isn't that in deal breaker territory? Dumb major. There's no lucrative career in sociology, but she wasn't taking on debt, and she acknowledged it wasn't for a career, and she stated a childhood goal was to graduate college. Oh, God. A goal is to get a certification, go to school some more. No practicality at the end of it. I know this has nothing to do with the marriage, but gee whiz. She could accomplish that this way since she'd gotten B's in her math-intensive initial major. I figured it was fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It is a waste of 4 years of life, an opportunity cost of foregone labor and wages. That's what it is. I mean, maybe back in that day, there was like at the tail end, any degree would give you an advantage over someone who didn't have one. But by today's standards, ladies and gentlemen, $120,000 for that. I'm not good at math. Before marriage, we discussed life goals, lifestyle, politics, religion, prospective kids, and raising them. Brilliant. Before you got married, brilliant. This is why these people are still married today. Every conflict point I could think of. She didn't avoid these conversations and engaged frankly. Good. This is great. That's a great gal. We agreed on 2 kids, now have 3. Married immediately after she graduated. I started a career in public accounting, decided clients were morons to switch to government accounting. We moved to a state where we knew no one. Our first 2 years married, we had 1 car and a tiny apartment. Look at this. This is the gal. I mean, her degree choice is shit, but she actually followed through and was frugal. And I traveled regularly for work, but I came home to a clean house, clean clothes, and an organized shopping list. What did she do with her degree? What'd she do? Where's her career? What did she do? Did she do something? What'd she do? After a few years, we moved states back to my home area. Within a year of the move, we'd bought a house. I picked it out and had our first kid. We had been married 13 years now, and we have been married 13 years now, have 3 kids. She homeschools the kids. Bravo. Bravo. And I work. Give her a hug. Without college debt, car debt, and only modest housing debt, we're doing okay on a single income. See, they all say, well, how you can't live on a single income. And here you guys do it. You spend less than you made, you're frugal, and you're good with your money. She's happy to see me when I come home. The kids are happy to see and spend time with dad. Look at that. Important is subtitle. Important for marriage success for us. 1, we have always been a single income household. I have always managed the money, spending, and savings. She gets a modest allowance for books, coffee. She wants clothes. She tells me she is not addicted to handbags. Think her most expensive purse ever was $40. That's because she loves you. Because she's an actual human being. She loves her children. Because she's a good woman. Lord knows that you, man, that's some good luck you found her. I think also her being brought up poor probably had something to do with it. We prioritize our family. Not the SUV, not her master's degree, not her career. Oh my God. And you're married after 13. What? She wasn't excited to have kids, never baby crazy like some girls, but when she had them, she loves them. And you say that? Now look what happens. There's action that follows. She homeschools them and treats teaching them with the diligence of a career. Not only does she say she loves them, there's the actions that proves she loves them. Oh my God. All the American women now say, ho, sit down, ladies. You see what this crazy lady's doing? She's spending time with their kids. Oh my God. 3, we've always attended church regularly. Being Christians is a big part of our self-images, and I've always been able to find churches that don't glorify emotions and women are willing to call out BS from the pulpit. Good. I'm not Christian, but man, a good religion, it can absolutely help a family. Not exactly the world's worst advice in religion. 4, we have carefully curated our friend groups, keeping those who are supporters of traditional marriages and discarded anyone disruptive. Good. I'm kind of curious about that one. Do you think they could dislodge a family? Like some woman gets her ear or something like that you could lead them astray? I'm always about the individual. Like there could be somebody who otherwise would have been a bad influence on me or my family or whatever. I just like, okay, you say whatever you want. Doesn't affect me. Not going to change my mind. 5, social media. She looks up craft ideas in Pinterest and Facebook. That's it. No social media on the phone. Smart man. 13 years in, it's going well. I know it's not a long time, but you're beating the averages. But this recipe is working for us so far. Things I tell my sons: vet the girl, tidy, diligent, genuinely nice. Not a sociology major. going forward. Vet her folks. Good relationship, competent, non-criminal. Pick all the fights over all the hard topics before falling for the girl. That is a brilliant move. Brilliant what you did early on. I'm surprised you had the foresight and the wisdom as a young man to do that. Get the prenup. Thanks for all the advice and hard work, Cap. No, thank you, sir. Thank you for raising two wonderful little. That's nice. You're a real father and a real man. This is great. I am surprised that with the mom and the financial background, but maybe that's what she didn't come from wealth. She was anchored in reality a little bit. Okay, we got any super chats? Because I got to run up and take more colonoscopy juice. Drew, $5. People nowadays think the grass is always greener and can leave because of dating apps. Before the internet, people had to work through issues. True. And Stan the Milkman, to Australian, call Child Protective Services. Look, they're happy. Or I don't know if they're happy. It seems to me they're happy. Look at you, Stan, you got your is that your niece? Is that your actual daughter? It seems to me that would be a happy, successful marriage. But notice something, boys and girls, ladies. The wife submitted herself to the family. She's not the star of the show. She actually has love for the husband and the children. Not things, and what does self-love inevitably manifest itself as? Yeah, it's things and stuff. Your SUV, your master's degree, your dumbass jobs, your purses, or in the guy's case, the pickup truck with the pickup nuts. That's how self. Maybe that. Well, case 1 through 3, the girls were all hoarders. They all wanted stuff more than they let. There's another. You ready for another saying? Somebody jot this down. Someone grab the notepad. Self-love always results in materialism. Or materialism is the symptom or proof of self-love. All right, there you go. More on the way. See you guys later. Toodles.